Hi guys, hola, I'm Sneha. I teach Spanish on vLearnLive.com. In this video, you will experience how Spanish is taught on vLearnLive. vLearnLive is an online live interactive learning platform. So let's start. The topic for today is ser, one of the most important verbs in Spanish. You can reach the most advanced level of Spanish and you can still have doubts and mistakes in ser. But that's totally alright because ser is universal when it comes to Spanish. And ser, which means to be, is, like I said, one of the most important verbs in Spanish. And today we're going to learn two aspects of the verb ser. One, the conjugations, and two, the uses. In the conjugations, we would learn how ser would be used along with the subject pronouns. That is with I, with you, with he, with she, etc. And how and where ser would be used. For example, you want to frame a sentence. Where and how we need to use ser is what we're going to learn in today's video. So I'm going to use this particular tool that we have and upload an image. It makes it easier because then I don't have to write down like on a traditional blackboard. This makes my life very easy. Okay, so now like you can see, we have the image where we have the conjugations of the verb ser, which means again to be. So you know the subject pronouns. Let's go through it again. Yo, it's yo.
Yeah.
Tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, nosotras, vosotros, vosotras, ellos, ellas, and ustedes. Yo is I, tú is you, él is he, ella is she, usted is you, and for Hindi learning students or for Hindi speakers, usted would be an equivalent of aap that we have in Hindi. Nosotros or nosotras would mean we all. Vosotros or vosotras would mean you all. Ellos, ellas would mean they all. And ustedes would mean you all in a formal manner. Again, for Hindi speakers, aap log.
Okay.
So ustedes is an equivalent for aap log. So now let's get into the conjugations of the verb ser. Yo soy.
Yo
Tú,
soy.
yes, yo soy, which means I am. Tú eres. Él, ella es.
Okay.
Usted es. Nosotros, nosotras somos.
Okay.
Vosotros, vosotras sois.
Okay.
Ellos, ellas son. Ustedes son.
Okay.
Now I want you to repeat after me. Yo soy.
Yo soy.
Tú eres.
Tú eres.
Él, ella es.
Él, ella es.
Usted es.
Usted es.
Nosotros somos.
Nosotros somos.
Yes. Vosotros sois.
Vosotros sois.
Ellos, ellas son.
Ellos son.
Ustedes son.
Ustedes son.
Yeah. Now, coming back to yo, the subject pronoun yo, which means I, can be pronounced in various different ways depending on the different dialects that we have in Spanish. So it could be yo, it could be yo, or it could be jo.
Okay.
So there are a couple of ways depending on what you want to, what dialect you want to learn or what dialect you pick up, depending on that. I would prefer saying jo, because that's how I was taught. So, and I really like how it sounds. So I like how fancy it sounds. So it's jo.
Yeah.
And then we have él or ella. So ella can also be pronounced just like jo. We can pronounce it as Asia.
Okay.
So it depends on the dialect again. So él and ella, they would come under what we call the third person singular.
Okay.
Now, yo or jo is first person. Tú, which is you, is second person. And él, ella is third person. And it is third person singular. And as we come down, we have ellos, ellas, which would be third person plural.
Okay.
So anything that comes under the category of name, place, animal, thing. Yeah, like the childhood game that we used to play, name, place, animal, thing. The same way, the name, place, animal, thing, when it is singular, would be el or Asia.
Okay.
But name, place, animal, thing, when it is plural, would be ellos, ellas.
Okay.
Okay, so this is understood. So let's go over the conjugations again. It's soy,
Okay.
eres,
Eres.
es,
Somos.
sois,
Sois.
and so on.
And so on.
Yeah, and it is very important that you try to remember these conjugations because they're very important, very, very essential throughout your Spanish life.
Okay.
So now that we have this, let's look at the sentences or the examples of ser in or where we have to use ser. Okay? So, yo soy estudiante. Yo soy estudiante, which
Yo
means,
soy estudiante.
yes, very good. Yo soy estudiante, which means I am a student.
Okay.
So, one of the uses of the verb ser would be for professions. So, whenever you talk about profession, you would use the verb ser. Next, tú eres inteligente. Tú
Eres inteligente.
inteligente. Muy bien. That's good. Good job. That means you are intelligent. So, in order to talk about somebody's character, say someone's beautiful, someone's tall, so it could be physical character, it could be somebody's character description, any kind of description, we use the verb ser.
Okay.
Now, for example, I want you to make a sentence, say, the boy is intelligent. How do you think you would make? Now, from the last class, you know, the boy means el chico, and intelligent is inteligente. We just did inteligente from tú eres inteligente.
Okay.
So how do you think you would make a sentence with, or a sentence like, the boy is intelligent?
El chico es
Yes.
inteligente.
Muy bien, good job. Okay, next we have Asia es simpática. Asia es simpática means she is a kind person or she's a very nice person. She's a nice person, okay? So this is a character description. Asia es simpática means she is kind or she is nice, she is polite, yeah? So this is a character description, which means, again, coming back to the original use of ser, for any kind of description, we use the verb ser.
Okay.
Next, usted es profesor. Usted es profesor. Profesor means teacher or professor. Now again, it's a profession, so we use the verb ser. Yeah. Then we have nosotros somos amigos, which means we are friends. And that means with relationships, we use the verb ser.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. Next we have vosotros sois de España. Vosotros sois de España means you all are from Spain.
Okay.
Which means with nationality, we use ser.
Okay.
Yeah? Then we go on to ellos son hermanos. Ellos son hermanos means they are siblings or they are brothers.
Okay.
So again, for relationship, we use ser. Yes. Ustedes son extranjeros, which means you all are, again in a respectful manner, you all are foreigners. So when you say you all are foreigners, we are again trying to talk about their origin or their nationality. It has to do something with their origin. That's why we use the word ser. Yeah? Okay. Next, let's go into the uses of the verb ser in detail. What I'm going to do is, I have the uses of ser already written down. I am just going to copy paste it. And I have it here. I I hope it is visible.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. All right.
Doctor.
Just now, what we can do is we have a couple of features on this, and we can choose what size pens we want. In case it's not very evident, we can just, increase and decrease depending on what we want. So I like the fancy tools that we have on this particular website. Mm, yeah, sometimes that happens too. Okay. Can you see what I have put on screen?
Yeah, doctor.
Yeah.
In the vertical.
I can also increase the size using the
Yeah.
tool that we have here. So now, these are the uses of the verb ser. I have put it in an abbreviated form so that it's easy for my students to remember and memorize the uses of ser, because it's difficult. It's quite, especially if you're a beginner, it's quite difficult for you to remember where and when. So maybe if you remember this, and if you can relate, if you are an abbreviation kind of a person, you can definitely remember this. I would always recommend this for my students. So, like you can see, we have the first use, which is description.
Description.
Yeah. So now description would be the material, the size, the color, the shape, everything and anything related to something.
Okay.
Yeah. So if we are talking about, say, the chair is black, we use the verb ser.
Okay.
If we have to say the boy is tall, the boy is intelligent, like the sentence that you made, el chico es inteligente, we use the verb ser.
Okay.
Then, if we have to use, say, the boy is tall, like I said, el chico es alto.
Okay.
So, next we have occupation or profession. So, occupation or profession would be, I'm a teacher, you're an engineer, my parents are doctors, I'm a fashion designer, anything, any profession you want to talk about, you use the verb ser.
Ser.
Depending on the subject you're talking about, depending on the person you're talking about, you would conjugate the verb ser accordingly. Then, the third use is characteristic. Now, when I say characteristic, it would be, say, it could be like the physical characteristics, or it could also be like the traits of that person. That the person is kind, the person is polite, is amicable, funny, jolly, anything. Any way you want to describe your friend, you want to describe your parents, anybody, you can use the verb ser.
Ser.
Next, we have time. So if anybody asks you the time, they have to use the verb ser. If you want to say the time, you have to use the verb ser. Next, we have origin or nationality, which is, I am from India, for example. He is from Spain. We are from the US, for example. So anything to do, or I'm Indian, you're British. Anything to do with, say, somebody's nationality, citizenship, or the country of origin, we use the verb ser.
Okay.
Finally, we have last use of ser is relationship. Relationship, he is my father. We are friends. Like nosotros somos amigos. The same way. So I'm going to upload back the image that we had before, because that would give you an idea. You'll be able to relate it more now. So I am going to make this smaller and pull it here. Can you see the image?
Yeah.
All right. So, like I said, these are the uses. Doctor, those are the uses of the verb ser. Yo soy estudiante. I am a student. Now that is what amongst the 6 that we have is yo soy estudiante. It's to do with the profession. So we are talking about the person's profession. Like, what do you do now? So to talk about now, we use the verb ser.
Okay.
Yeah? Next, tú eres inteligente. Now, tú eres inteligente is either a description or, say, a characteristic description of the person. Yeah? So the description of the verb ser is the description use of the verb ser is tú eres inteligente. Yeah. Then, ella es simpática, that you can see here. Again, it means she is polite or she is kind. So that is
Description.
your description or your characteristic.
Yeah, characteristic. Okay.
Yeah. Usted es profesor. You are a professor or you are a teacher. We're talking about
Occupation.
occupation. Nosotros somos amigos, which means we are friends. So if I want to say we are friends,
Then
what?
relationship.
Relationship. Good job. Then, vosotros sois de España. Vosotros sois de España. You all are from Spain. That would be?
Origin.
Good job. Ellos son hermanos. Ellos son hermanos means they are siblings.
Relationship again.
Good job. Ustedes son extranjeros. That is, you all are foreigners.
Origin.
Origin. Good job. So now you've been able to relate the sentences with the uses. Yeah. So if we have an understanding, at least a basic understanding of the uses of the verb ser, we'll be able to relate the particular sentences with the uses. Okay. Now let's do a tiny exercise which will help you understand the uses of ser further. I will give you the meanings of the sentences because you might not be familiar with a couple of vocabulary because you're just in the beginning stage. So I'll give you the meaning of the words and you can just give me the answers. Like what conjugation of the verb ser will you use? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this table that you have, the ser conjugations on the board. I will take off the uses and I will put the questions instead. So let's see how much I've been able to help you. I am going to put up the questions. So I take resources from different websites in order to make. Sometimes I make the exercises on my own. Sometimes I get resources. I always make sure that I show my gratitude to all the resources that I use. Okay, so now, yeah.
So now I have to note it down on my notepad and I have to show you.
Yeah. Yes, you can do that.
Okay.
So now what you have is you have the questions here. Yeah, you have the questions here. You can write the answers one by one and then you can show me the notebook and I will take a screenshot of that.
Okay,
yeah,
perfect,
so that I can keep it for a record. Okay. Now, the first one, vosotros dash alemanes, ¿verdad? Which means you all German. Yes? So, what do you think would be the answer?
I'm just writing down. I will show you in the final.
All right. Yeah, I think that would be all right. Yeah.
Next is
tú dash Gabriel Lopez.
Okay.
Gabriel Lopez. That is you, and Gabriel Lopez is the name of a person.
Name of the person.
Yeah.
Next.
Esta dash mi prima Catalina y estos dash mis tíos.
Okay.
Which means this particular, they're pointing out to a person and saying this, my cousin Catalina, and these dash my aunts and uncles together, or my aunt and uncle. Okay? Then, the next one, usted dash el gerente general. Usted, are you, or however, I would just translate it for you. Are you the general gerente? Okay? Then, next one, ustedes dash esas, ¿verdad? You all dash Thailand, from Thailand.
Okay.
Right? And the next one, no, nosotras dash japonesas. No, we are Japanese. Okay? Or we Japanese. Okay? The next one, nosotros dash colombianos de Bogotá. So that is we dash Colombian from Bogotá.
Okay.
Okay. And the last one we have dash un país muy interesante. Dash an interesting country.
Okay.
Okay?
Can I show you it on the board?
Yes, you may. Alright, I am going to take a screenshot of that. And there you can see, yes. Yes, as you can see, you have the answers on the board. And I am going to put up the questions again, just to make sure that we have got the right questions and answers. All right. So that is vosotros sois alemanes. Good job. Tú eres. Esta es mi prima. Y estos son. Muy bien. Usted es. Ustedes son. No, nosotras. Okay, nosotros somos. All right. And es muy interesante. Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
So now we are just going to go through the conjugations of the verb one last time and we'll wind up the session. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take your answer off and the question off. And we're going to, I'm sorry, that keeps happening all the time. Technical mistakes from my part.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to do the conjugations again. Yo soy, tú eres, ella, usted es, nosotros somos, vosotros sois, ellos, ellas, ustedes son. And with that, we come to the end of the session. Hope you liked the video. For real life experiences, please get in touch with vLearnLive.com. Thank you.
Thank you.